We managed to make some progress last time, but can we keep that momentum going? Well, without further ado, let's chill and play some games. First things first, I gotta change how this is spelt, so let's go ahead and do that. I was rewatching my video back this last go around, and man, that was really bothering me every single time I was watching, or the entire time I was watching. I was like, how in the world did I miss? How did I miss the A in Paradise? Ugh. Gives me nightmares just thinking about it, honestly. There we go. Now, I might be able to sleep at night again. Oh, that feels a lot better. Okay, step number 2. We need to start making money from this coaster. So let's go ahead and connect it to a path. Gotta make sure that we're making them Planet Coaster Benjamins, you know? Gotta be making that moolah. Why is it jiggle, jiggle? Ugh, whatever. Is that cool? You know what? No. Let's make it... Let's make it a nice long ramp all the way down the back. How's that look? Actually, that looks really cool. Okay. Perfect. It was perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm pretty sure that show is just one big meme, actually. I watched a bit of it, right? And it's good. It's good enough. It's fine. It's not great. Honestly. It kind of gets pretty boring there in the middle. I don't even know if I actually will call it good. But one thing that definitely does stand from it is it produced some A+ quality memeage. And isn't that all that you aspire to anyway? Just some A+ quality memeage. 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 Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and decorate up the building. First things first, though. Gotta open it. Otherwise, we're just missing money. We're just missing money. And what do we want to call it? Let's just name this coaster Ooh, I gotta make sure I spell it right. We don't need that again. Let's just name this coaster Paradise, because that's the first one. I spelled it right there, right? Yeah. Whew. Okay. Well, there we go. Let's see if I have the pricing right, if people will get on the ride. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and, what's the word? Naturify? That's not a word, but I'm going for it. Let's naturify the coaster. Does this say an acai palm? Or is it something else? Because from my understanding, acai grows on bushes, right? I don't know. Maybe. Do we have any acai experts in the chat? That would be hilarious when it's just like, yeah, actually, I've been an acai farmer for 35 years. These people who farm acai definitely have British accents. It's not, a Brazilian fruit or anything. Let's go ahead and actually make the terrain a little bumpy first. Or do I want to do that to myself again? I think it looks nice. But is it worth it? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put anything inside this coaster. So I'm going to do it. It might come back to haunt me. But I'm going to do it. We're just going to do a light bump this time around. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit of something, something. Just a little bit of something, something to spice up your love life. Because that's how you spice up your love life, is by adding bumpies to a Planet Coaster game. If anything, I'm pretty sure that would make the love life a little bit less interesting. How about we make a nice little... Let me see. Where's this coming around? Let's make a pond that goes around this whole area. Trying to think of a situation where Planet Coaster could actually spice up your love life. I guess maybe if you both really like roller coasters. Maybe. That would definitely be one specific scenario. See, now the water goes in there just fine. Whatever. This game, man. Yeah, that looks natural. Looks pretty cool, actually. I like it. Let's put a little bit of sand around the edge, just because. Because why not? Why the heck not? And we'll smooth it out. And then re-put on the sand, because I did that backwards. Whee! How's that look? Yeah! Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cool. Back to the nature. Seriously, though. Do acai trees, do they grow on palms? I'm going to have to look it up. Yeah. I'll be right back with y'all. They do, in fact, grow on palm trees, everyone. So, shows what I know. I thought that it was a bush. But it is, in fact, a big old palm tree. So, that's pretty cool. You learn a little bit more every day. Little did you know that when I decided to turn on Planet Coaster today, I was going to be learning about acai palms and how they grow and berries, all the delicious jams and fruits. I don't know if anyone recognizes that. It's from the live action Aladdin. One of my favorite lines in that movie is when Aladdin is trying to impress Princess Jasmine. He talks about all the jams and delicious jellies that he has. It got me. I like that the name of this bush here is just green bush. It's green. And it's a bush. You know, we went through all the effort to name a palm a specific acai palm, but once we got to our bushes, we were like, green is probably good enough. Unless, probably going to be one of those situations with the acai plant where it actually turns out that there is a bush called the green bush. You know what? I'm not going to look it up. We're going to leave a little bit of mystery in our life. It's nice to leave some questions sometimes, especially in this modern age. You just don't need to know everything. That's just all there is to it. Let's put a bunch of nature around this thing here. Something like this. Yeah. How's that? I think it might have to be like kind of... I don't want it to cover the whole thing, but I think some bigger patches. Probably where it's at, That's where it's at. That's where it's at. I don't think that's a song. Man, maybe I should just go into record producing. What do y'all think? From the couple of songs that I've sung on these? Like, people have actually watched multiple videos on here. Maybe I should just go into record producing. Look at that. We can make a nice... Actually, doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. We'll take it. We will take it. I like how it's looking. Let's do the whole thing. I don't know. Does it look too much like a balding man? Kind of like little patches of hair everywhere. Maybe I should add in a little bit extra just so that I can avoid the middle-aged man look. We all associate that with middle age, but let me tell you something. I started losing my hair around 18, maybe 19. So maybe it is associated with middle age, but at least for me, I started young. I was like, psh, get that hair out of my face. I don't need you. I got my own moves. I don't need this stuff on top of my head. My wife actually told me that the lack of hair was part of her apprehension with dating me, so I showed them with my wonderful personality, apparently. Yep. You don't need hair. Not to say there's anything wrong with people with good hair. I would love to have it. Some long flowing locks and thick wavy strands. I could totally get behind that, but it's not the end of the world, you know? I did okay. And now that I'm married, right, you know, what do I even need it for? It's just a hassle at that point. So, I'm pretty happy. Let's see. But does this look like a balding man? Maybe a little. Let's add in a couple of these things to fill in the gaps, and we'll go from there. I like this plant here. It's called the miniature conifer. Just a tiny little tree. A little mini horse. A little Sebastian. Bye bye, little Sebastian. I miss you up in horsey heaven. There we go. That looks less like a balding man. Okay. Let's go ahead and fill out the rest of it, and I think that should be good on the old nature. I actually think that right here... Let's see if I can do this without wrecking everything. Wishful thinking, but I think right here may be kind of cool to go through a tunnel right towards the end of the ride. How does that look? Does it just look like a big bulge? Yes, it does. Let's see, what can we do? Like maybe if I bring, yeah, there we go, that's a little bit better. If I bring it in a little bit, it looks a little bit, then roughen it up a bit, so it looks a little bit more natural. Au natural. Which is not this, because it is. It's not naked. It is not naked. That's for sure. It's a clothed mountain, you know? Got to keep things PG for YouTube. It's a clothed mountain. What do I think of that? Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. I like it. I'll keep it. Maybe if I actually pull it up even a little bit more and then roughen it. No, maybe smooth it down even more. It might look even more natural? Question mark. Pull it out here. Smooth it. I think part of the issue is that it's like right up against the park end there, so it kind of looks a little odd no matter what I do. Yeah, you know, that definitely made it worse. Maybe it doesn't really need to be. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I like that. That looks better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Just kind of like something to curve around. Okay, cool. Back to the nature. I cannot get bye little Sebastian out of my head now. It's just a constant, you know, bye little Sebastian's like a constant dull roar of Chris Pratt singing in my head. You ever notice how much you will see Chris Pratt if you go to an amusement park? Like a Disney or Universal. My brother brought this up one time to me, so he was like, I can't escape Chris Pratt. You know, I go into Disney World, he's there at Guardians of the Galaxy. I go into Universal, he's there at Jurassic Park. You know, I go into Mario Land, he's there too. There is no escaping Chris Pratt. He is everywhere. All at once. Honestly, I actually don't really get the Chris Pratt hate. I think he's funny. I still think he's fun. I don't think that he's really that annoying. I think that maybe he just got a little overused. You know, he's kind of got that the Nickelback syndrome, if you know what I mean. He appeared in a little bit too much, got into a few too many interviews. You know, it's hard. You have to think of something to talk about constantly when you're on these interview shows. And inevitably you're going to say something kind of stupid. You know, everyone's got their own opinions on things. Everyone's got things that might upset a few people. And eventually that stuff is just going to slip out. There's no way to really avoid it. So he got the short end of the stick there. He got too popular, which isn't a bad thing for any means of the reason, and definitely is helpful for him, but you get to a point where you have too many opportunities to say something bad. Right? It's why YouTubers get smacked down all the time too, because they are constantly talking on this platform. And eventually they say something dumb. And they just kind of have to live with it. How's that looking? Yeah. I think if I change the color up of it, it'll look pretty good. Let's do that. And I don't need my entire park to be like green and blue and aqua and all that stuff. But seeing as this is the marquee like beginning entrance coaster, I think I'll do it. You know what that kind of looks like? It looks kind of like the Incredible Hulk. It might be a bit... Let's make it more blue. Yeah. That kind of looks like a water coaster. Funny. Car color, I think the only one that will change is we'll make that red yellow. Let's see what that looks like. Where are you? Huh, I don't even know what the red was. Interesting. Let's change the gray to that. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a cool, fun paradisical. How many made-up words do you think that I can do before the end of this? Okay, let's give it a ride. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I wish that chain hills were as fast in real life as they are in Planet Coaster. I like the way the water looks. I think that's actually pretty cool. See how it looks coming around the other end? Yeah. No, I actually really like the way that water looks. And actually the trees coming around kind of makes it look like you're feeling, yeah. Let's see how this feels. Oh. Well, that's actually really cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. No. But I'm really happy with that. I think the last thing we need to do is just build up the station platform, and this coaster can be considered done. I think we'll go for the natural wood. I like that for this. Let's see how that looks. Yeah! Okay. Let's build around. Changed my mind. We're going natural batten wood. That looks more beachy. Bow, bow. Booty, bow, bow. Gosh. I swear. No one coming in here would probably think that they would be getting nearly as much singing as they are. But you know what? It's just what I want. It's just what my body is telling me. It's coming up to me and says, you know what? I think you need to sing. I think these people really need to hear your mid-singing voice. Desperately. So, that's what we're going to do. And y'all are just going to have to deal with it. Y'all are just going to have to deal with it. That kind of sounded like a jingle, you know? Like a commercial jingle. Like, you all are just gonna have to deal with it. .com. What do you think that they would sell? Y'all are just gonna have to deal with it. .com. I don't know. Maybe if you've made it this far, put it down in the comments. Tell me, what would you put in? Y'all are just gonna have to deal with it. .com. Don't worry for those of you that noticed it. I actually noticed it too. The wood was going in a different grain right there, so I am fixing it right now. Don't need to have another entrance sign debacle where I sit there literally losing sleep over how bad that looked. Oh, man. The things that keep you awake at night, right? Forget about nightmares and fear. I'm just worried about my signs. I guess if that's all I've got, then I think things are going pretty well for me. Okay, now for the hardest part. Adding in little bits and bobbles. Just to make it feel alive in there. The little bits and bobbles area is quite the struggle, in my opinion. I don't really want to do advanced move. Just want to... how did that... Whatever. But yeah, the little bits and bobbles, it always kind of looks like random junk thrown about, no matter how hard I try, but we're going to see if we can maybe make bits and bobbles a little bit better. See? It's already looking like random junk. This is more of an outdoor thing anyway. All these years, I still really have no idea how to decorate the inside of a station. What are you even normally looking for? Like, you get there and you normally don't see anything anyway. Let's just put in some, like, wooden... Okay, I'm going to think about this. I decided I'm just going to start throwing stuff in there and seeing what sticks. I'm not going to think about it. Just gonna start throwing in some rope, maybe a nice straight piece of rope, and just see if anything makes sense at all. In the end, we'll see. Maybe it'll make sense. Maybe it won't. Most likely it won't. So we'll just go from there. I'm having a thought. Maybe if I just make it look a bit more realistic, maybe that can do it, right? Because if you went into one of these things, you would expect to see some type of a fence right here to keep you from going to that side of it. So let's just do that. Let's just try and make it a bit more realistic. And then once we have all that in, I'll kind of fill in the empty space, and I might not have to add as much. As random junk. Let's try it. Okay, I mean, that did help. Now I feel like I have a much smaller space. Like I don't have to worry about all this over here. So I think barrels are a good thing to add. Right? Just some barrelage, maybe? Ugh, I don't really want it to... Well, see, now I've just limited myself in another way. Now I can't do it. Well, no, I got enough room. People! I've got enough room. I got enough. Well, that doesn't make any sense, right? They don't need to be that close to each other. Right. Womp. Okay. Well, let's add another barrel. Wee doop. Another collection of barrels, maybe? Whoa. That was some trippy flying, wasn't it? Yeah. You see? Yeah. I think I'm liking it. Okay, a few barrels. Is there just like a junk? No. What is some stuff that I would think to be over at a beachy place? Ooh, like an anchor? Yeah. How big is the anchor, though? I feel like the anchor is really big. Is it going to let me see it? Why can't I see the anchor? Why can't I see anything? Oh, there it is. It's not that big. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Come on. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's see what we've got in the old pirate one. Okay, throw that there. What if... No, that's way too big. Yeah. Darn, that'd be kind of cool to just have a straight up shipwreck hole in there, but what I can do is I could add that into that. Oh, there we go. A little rowboat. Perfect. And I can put some driftwood up against it, maybe? Maybe some rope. Get rid of these filters. A little bit of rope-a-dope. There, something that I think might be on there. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah. Let's see what the scenery theme is here. 74%. Yeah. I probably need to theme this area a little bit more to get it so. Let's go ahead and let's put our little pirate ship thing that I just saw in there, because this will be kind of fun. Let's put our little pirate ship in the... Should I just put the whole galleon in there? No, that's way too big. Also doesn't really match. Let's go ahead and put the shipwreck in there. Yeah, that's fun. I like that. Yeah, maybe if I just move this a little bit so it's not like going through the pole, but yeah, that's fun. Okay, let's go ahead and put a roof on this. Okay, and last but not least, we're gonna put some moss and stuff. What are those called? Is it just called moss? No, oh, it's because I'm in bushes. I think they're called wall climbers. Yeah, we're just gonna put some ivy and things on the side of this building to make it look a little bit more like it's been left there to be abandoned and stuff. Why is... I never understood this. Why is like it adding to the building not the way that you would think it would be? Well, I can always just do this. Let's go ahead and select our seaweed and do the advanced move and duplicate. So that is an easier way to go about this, isn't it? Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, okay. I thought... Is there a way to just keep on duplicating it? Does anyone... Oh my gosh. Wow. The more you know! You can totally just keep on popping it down. Popping it down. Oh my gosh, that opens up a whole new world. A whole fantastic point of view. And now we're here, it's crystal clear. I have never known how to play this game. Ever. Man, it's no wonder that people can get this stuff built so quickly. There's so many nice features that I just knew absolutely nothing about. Yeesh. Man. Maybe I don't know how to play Planet Coaster. I mean, I think by now that that's pretty obvious, honestly. Because that's not even... Oh my gosh, that's not even working correctly. Getting everything nice and precise. How's that? Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. We're going to accept that because I don't want to deal with it. Okay. Cool. It's cool. It's so cool. It's just so stinking cool. No. Let me select you. I wonder what this is actually. I think it's like attaching to the roof, maybe. Funny. Okay. I think I'm reasonably satisfied with that. It looks a little bit like it's moldy up there, but I think it actually looks okay. So let's do a little possession and see how it's looking so far. The park. Yeah. 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 Oh, look at that. Paradise spelled correctly. So exciting. It actually looks pretty nice. And that coaster looks great standing there. Fantastic. Look at that. You can even see like the shipwreck from over here. That's pretty cool. Let's walk around the park here. Go around the old Wild Mouse. There's the chairlift. Whoa! Oh, that's a popular ride. Underneath the little thing here. Maybe decorate this area up a little bit with something to look at. Perfect. I like it. Where is it going to put us? Oh, apparently right there. Huh, cool. Okay. Well, I think we'll call it quits there. Next time we'll try and incorporate this in a little bit to finish off this entrance area, but I think things are coming together quite smoothly. So, thank you all for watching. If you like doing it, give us a like and subscribe. Ciao.